And
I don't
if
know.
I ever fall in love again.
No, what is that? Who's that?
Ooh, da da do do do. And every time I saw your face, huh?
Elvis.
I don't
Is
know.
that
I don't.
Elvis?
No,
Okay.
that's not no Elvis, bro. He said Elvis. That's Elvis. You would have lost on Jeopardy for sure.
I couldn't tell if it was a girl song or a guy song. You switched it up there.
And if I ever
That's a guy
fall
song. Oh, that's
in
Usher. Is that Usher?
love again. No, it's not Usher either, Bubs.
Oh man, I thought I nailed it. I thought you were trying to give me the Usher voice there.
Oh no, that ain't the Usher. You know what I said? That ain't the Usher. All right, man. It's been what, a minute, a couple weeks. We got a lot to talk about. Why these Lions is about to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, man.
Um, I think I'm
Are we
ready. Let
live?
me see. Yeah, we're live.
Okay, let me switch back over. Did you see the news?
We're live. I don't know if you know.
Did, did you
Nah,
see the
you
news
ready?
though?
What's happening? No, everybody.
I'm
We
ready.
live.
I'm
What
ready.
it do? What it do? What it do? I didn't see if you knew. Okay. All right, welcome back to Last Second Dose, where y'all know we doing the most. We back, baby. And we about to talk about the Lions making the playoffs this year. They're gonna make it, folks. They are. Real talk. And we're gonna explain how and why they gonna make it. Because we for real this year. Don't let that record fool you, baby. We the real deal, you dig? The Detroit Lions is the real deal. But hey, it's your boy Rad out here in Rip City, Portland, Oregon. Big repping those Detroit Lions. You already know us versus everybody still. Even though America trying to jump on the bandwagon, don't do it. Keep that same energy. And I got that guy, Mr. Mustachio, a.k.a. McStats. Dose. What's happening, baby?
What's up, man? Are we gonna stamp that? We haven't done that in a while. That made me get the energy of stamping that. We might have to stamp it as the show goes on, man. Might have to stamp that we're making the playoffs at some point. Yeah.
Okay, if we stamp it, y'all know we making
it. Yeah, it might have to become official. I mean, that's where the energy's at. When you sent me that thumbnail, I knew that's where the energy was. That's all it took. One word: playoffs. So, okay,
playoffs.
I know how he's feeling. You got that
playoffs?
Clip? You had the. Okay, no, let's just act out the clip. Okay, you go ahead. You be the guy.
No, I'm done. You got to catch me when I'm in that moment, bro. You can't put me on the spot like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you can't do that, bro.
I got you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
My bad.
But what's the deal, man? How you been?
Good, dude.
You good?
Good, man. Yeah, good. You know, I was thinking about it last night. Like, this might be one of those shows where, like, maybe I have to hold you back, maybe you have to hold me back. I don't know, but I just feel that energy is going to rise up as we go on.
Okay. Because I got some things we need to talk about. We got to talk about Goff. I want to talk about Goff today. I think we should talk about Goff tonight. We got to talk about Goff, where he stands with us, because I want to know how you think he played last week, and should we move on? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to talk about that Jacksonville beatdown. You heard? We put it on them boys, but we were supposed to do that.
Yeah. Oh, were we?
Yeah, man, it's the Jaguars, bro. Don't
look. Oh, hey, hold up. Let's not just be disrespecting the Jaguars. Act like we played some trash team. Take away
They're not bums.
Okay.
No. You're right. They're not bums. I think they're a talented roster, honestly.
Yes.
They might have more, like, I don't want to say more talent, but they have talent. You know what I mean? They're a talented team. Yeah. But going into this game, I just knew that we were the better team, and I knew we should have. I didn't think we were going to blow them out like we did, but I knew we were going to win by at least 2 possessions. Yes, for sure.
That's bold.
2 possessions.
I like that.
I mean, I'm sure you felt the same way.
I don't know if I felt that the same way because I don't not 2 possessions. I didn't right before the game I said 28-20, so I felt good, but I didn't feel 2 possessions good. But this I just want to make sure that we don't not hate on, but don't give any credit to the Jags just because, like, that's what everybody else will do, right? We win the game. Oh, the Jags aren't really good. You know what I mean? They're just not that good. The Giants are actually good. Yeah, they're just 7-4-1. Like, that's what happens when we win football games. So I just want to make sure that because me and you both know Doug Peterson's a good coach. We both like him as a coach. They're in year 1, so they have to do some work there. but they made a lot of big moves this offseason. They just beat the Ravens. So they were on their, up and up. And it was like, man, they might turn the corner year one. And that was their game to do it because we were playing well. But we said, nope, we halted that. So I just want to make sure that we get the deserved credit there because we didn't just beat them, but that's a good coaching staff. By the way, Jim Bob Cooter's over there, Rad. How you feel about that?
That's probably how we knew everything they were going to call. Like, no, I'm just playing. Jim Bob Cooter. He was a solid OC, but I mean, he got real predictable at some point. But that's cool. I mean, Jamal Agnew's down there. Marvin Jones Jr.'s down there.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's a lot of Lions down there. And shout out to them guys because I honestly still wish they were still on the team. Jamal Agnew and Marvin Jones. I think they could help our team. But yeah, shout out to Cooter too. Jim Bob Cooter.
JBC, baby.
He wasn't my big. I didn't really like him, but okay. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't my. Yeah, no.
By the time he was out of here, I don't think anybody liked it.
He said Marvin Jones is a rich man's Quintez Cephas. I think they're two different types of wide receivers, personally. But go ahead.
I want to let you talk on that, but I do want to say that because he brings it up, and we were talking about it in the chat, and I was like, I'm gonna bring this to Rad because people are starting to ask a question about Cephas being back. Is Rad saying that we should not bring Cephas back? Just where do you feel right now? Things can change. We get it. Maybe we see him again. He plays well, but like as of now, what percentage would you give that he's on the roster next season?
10%.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, because right now he's the last man on. Tom Kennedy has came up. I put it this way. I think Tom Kennedy has a better chance of making the roster next year than Quintez Cephas. Because Tom Kennedy has game film. Quintez Cephas doesn't really have much game film. Tom Kennedy has made some big catches for us in some clutch moments.
Yeah.
Cephas, last year he had some catches, but what have you done for us lately? And we're moving along. I'm a big Cephas fan, but it's time to move on. I mean, he's always injury prone. He blocks well. I think he's a good possession receiver. He has good hands. But at this point, I mean, we're about to get into the offseason, so we're going to bring in somebody, either free agency or via draft. So he's going to be pushed, and I think it's a 10% chance that Quintez Cephas will have a Lions jersey on next year. What's your percentage?
Well, I bring that up, and I'll give you a percentage. But just because, remember, Josh is under contract next year still. Khalif is still under contract next year. We know J-Mo. We know St. Brown. So we got 4 locks already. We only kept 5 coming into this season. So now you draft one. I don't know about Chark, but then you draft one. Now he already might be out by bringing in one guy because I don't think there's a chance that Cephas, if the Lions took a receiver 6th round or higher, I don't think there's a chance that Cephas is back on the roster next year. I think it's 0% at that point. If it's like a 7th round pick, maybe he beats him out. Maybe something shows up, but I would say it's super doubtful. I mean, Houston didn't make the roster, but that was different. I hate to do it, but I would say like 0.1%. Like, I don't feel bad.
So 10% was high, huh?
Yeah, I think 10% was kind of high for me. I hate to do it. I like too, man. I can't see a scenario where he's back. Dang. I don't know what it would take for him to get back. I don't know how he would put himself in that position because I almost feel like for sure the Lions are going to bring another receiver, right? If it's not Chark. Even if they
100%, 100%,
they're going to probably draft someone still. Yeah,
because it shows that we need some depth at receiver. Because at one point of the year, I mean, we were down to Khalif Raymond and
we had nothing.
I mean, Saint. Yeah, it was just Khalif Raymond at one point. Like, because Saint had missed a game, remember? So it shows that our receivers get hurt, and we need to get some depth, stockpile some more receivers. We may keep 6 next year. We don't know how the roster is going to fold out, but I don't think Cephas will make the team. To your point, if we draft a receiver 6th or higher, he's probably not going to make that team. Not unless he comes in balls in preseason and it's just dogging Akuda.
And that's the thing, though. He kind of balled from everything we knew coming into this year. So then that's tough, right? Because that's everything we heard, right? Training camp, what we saw, and then the videos they put out there of Cephas balling. They're like, when the lights come on, this dude steps up. And we know that for him. So it's almost like, will he even get to that stage with the Lions where he has that opportunity? Because I feel like the reason you're cutting him maybe isn't because he can't be your 5th or 6th receiver. It's because you just know that he likely won't be healthy. But then that's weird too because his injuries are different. It's not like this is where I know this is off topic, but this is where I get concerned with Chark because it's the same injury. Cephas is different stuff. So it's like, okay, it's an injury, but it's not the same thing happening over and over again, right? It's not the same injury as it was last year. Last year was the broken collarbone, I think. So
yeah,
I don't even know what he's dealing with right now. Do you know? I don't remember.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I honestly forgot he was on the team.
Hey, Tommy Kramer. Yo, people, every time someone brings it up, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot we had Tommy Kramer.
Kramer's still on the team? Yeah. No, I'm being serious. Like, I'm asking serious questions. I'm not.
Yo, I'm serious. I forget that he's the team. I don't know. I completely forget.
If Levi wasn't a second round pick, I probably forgot he on the team. When is the last time we've seen Levi? We need to make sure he's okay.
I don't know.
I seen Iffy on the sidelines this past weekend. I did see him. Okay, wait, I think I might have been playing Madden. I think I was playing Madden. I seen him on the sidelines. It was Madden. I'm sorry. It wasn't him. It wasn't on the game. It wasn't in real life. It was on the video game. I'm sorry. My bad.
You know what I did see though in real life? I saw a cut to the sideline after Kaminsky knocked it down. And I don't know if you saw it, but Romeo was on the sideline. Julian was on the sideline, which I thought was interesting because he's on IR now. But they were all over there, man. They got me hyped because I just, Romeo's playing this week, right? So what are we thinking? 3 sacks?
I didn't see that. Who's getting 3 sacks? James Houston's getting 3 sacks.
Hey, Romeo's gonna have to look. Romeo's gonna start. If he plays this week, he's gonna start. That's my feeling on it because they need to know.
Well,
hey, if you're
you
healthy,
have to.
You need to know.
100%. You got to start him. He's getting paid too much.
He's getting paid a lot.
He has to start. Kaminsky's now a rotational player.
Craig Reynolds. I forget about Craig Reynolds too. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Could we make the case? I feel like you could make a real strong case. Aleem's there, Hutch is there, but I think Kaminsky, when healthy, has been our best D lineman this season. Take all the guys when they're healthy on the field. Kaminsky's been our best D lineman.
I don't know. That's tough, bro. I might have to go Aiden Hutchinson.
I'm not mad at that, but he's not far off. He don't have.
I'd have to go. Kaminsky. I would say Kaminsky's like right there. Like Kaminsky has played well.
Okay.
What you sipping on right there? Hold on. You can't just. Can I get a flavor? What flavor?
I when I pulled this up, I was like, man, I probably shouldn't do this on the stream because this looks goofy as heck.
Hey,
you know how it is, Rad. I told you to get this, Rad. I told you to get
this. What flavor is that though? I can't see the flavor.
This is that
papaya.
This is that mango. What the heck is
mango?
This? Mango?
Mango nectar?
Mangoes. There you go. Mango nectar.
Pronounce that
fire, man.
Pronounce what brand? What's the brand?
Umex.
Umex, you just got some free advertisement.
Umex.
Look at that. Getting free advertisement.
Yeah, I don't know if that's right. I don't think you pronounce the J right because it's Spanish. I don't know what it is. It's good though, right? Every time you look at it like they need to do better with their they gotta do better with their product design. You look at this does not look appetizing at all. This looks like
at all. I'd walk right past it.
I'd walk. I'm saying.
Is it some concentrate? It looked like it's some concentrate. Is it concentrate?
Yeah.
You're supposed to mix that with a little bit of water, baby. I know that's a.
Is that what that means? I don't know what concentrate means.
I mean, it might be kind of strong. You could water it down and get a little bit more juice out of it.
Definitely.
If it's halfway right now, put a little bit of water in it, cold water. You know what I'm saying? Shake it up. Bam.
That's what concentrate means. You got to mix it with water.
You don't have to, but it's gonna be stronger than like just normal juice.
What does that mean?
It's just like it means. I don't know. It's just stronger.
It means it's stronger. Okay, so
like you said, the flavor's super strong. You could put some water in it, water it down a little bit.
That's why I like it.
You get a little bit more juice.
Yeah. I do know that's not in the fridge when you buy it. So that probably turns people off too. Like, well, hold up.
That is kind of weird. That's juice.
You're like, all right, that's a little weird. Yeah. It's right. If you buy your Yoo-hoo, you might find this right next to it. So
yeah, that's weird. It's juice and it ain't. Yeah. Back on. Hey, Panda agrees with you. Kaminsky's the best D lineman this year. A couple people in the chat agreeing with you. A couple people. Hey, shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Hey, let's get it pumping and jumping, baby. We making the playoffs this year. Let's talk about this Jags game first before we get into our playoff run. We got to talk about the win that we just built onto our playoff push. Because we getting in, dog.
Man.
The door's open. The door's unlocked. Now we just need to walk in that mug. You hear me? We just need to walk in.
So you're saying we unlocked it last week versus the Jags? I think that makes sense. That's a good vision to put in your head. That we just unlocked the door. But then you saw the Giants in Washington. Are you kidding me? I mean, we're going to talk playoffs in a second, but really, they had a tie. They just forgot football. We don't know what we're doing. I mean, how does that come on right after our game and they tie? I'm like, really? It's of course. These two trash teams, man. I hope neither of y'all make it. Even if we don't make it, neither of you guys should make it.
That's trash disgusting. Teams,
man. How do these teams have trash? 7 wins, Brad? This is unreal.
I have no idea.
You know how really disgusting it'll be?
I don't know. I don't watch their games.
If one of these teams are in the playoffs and we're not, these two teams should not be anywhere near the playoffs. And if one of these two teams get in and we don't, they're going to get smacked round 1, and it's going to be disgusting because we smacked both of those teams. My bad. Let's go.
No. You're right, baby. We dominated both those games. That's one of the games this year that I felt like we dominated. Last week, we dominated. Like, we had games we've won, but domination, we dominated the Commanders, Giants, and the Jags. But I feel you, bro. I don't think neither one of them should make it. We're going to make it. But that Jags game, what's your first takes on the Jags game? Talk to me. What did you see there?
Let's start offense, notes. Man. I have notes, man, but I won't.
I know you got the notes. Go your notepad.
No, man.
I need to rewatch the game
like multiple times now. I've had to do it multiple times. I just got to the first half of the all-22, but I had to rewatch it for work because I had to do stats for it. So I rewatched it like the next day. So I've watched it multiple times. But offensively, and we're gonna talk about, but the game plan. I think it's cool when you see them do stuff like that because you're forced to visually see how they adapt. Like, how you always hear the thing like, oh, man, we don't make halftime adjustments. Like, that's what people say. But I think what this was cool is that you were forced to see that the Lions had to have a different game plan because they threw the ball 40 times, which is just so different than what they normally do. They can tweak things, but you usually get similar volume, right? It's usually Goff throwing 25, 30 times, and they'll do it different ways, but that's usually where they fall into. This game, they had a whole different game plan. They said we're throwing it 40 times. And I know Rad, I know we've heard it. I don't know who said it. People say you can't win when Goff has thrown 40 times. I don't know. I mean, we just scored every possession. That's all I took away from that. We scored every single possession. But
that was me. I said
okay, was that you?
I said it. You know who said it. I said it.
I mean, I didn't know. I just know I've heard it before. It's kind of numb at this
point. It was through me. On our show. I said it multiple times. We can't win with Goff throwing the ball 40 times.
I didn't mean to call you out like that.
It's fine.
Yourself out there. You didn't say that wasn't.
You know what? It was me. It was definitely me. Because I want to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about Goff later. But go ahead.
Well, no, man.
The game plan.
Cool, man. The game plan. And you know what? My overarching really takeaway. I'm starting to get the vibe of. I'm still a little bit wait and see with Aaron Glenn, but I see a lot more creativity in our defense. We see the impact just on results alone and what it's meant to not have a liability on half the field. I mean, when it was like we had Okudah who was solid. Okudah wasn't shut down. He wasn't great, but he was solid. He could hold his own. Mm-hmm. And then on the flip side, you couldn't cover. It was like, man, that's a problem. This is the NFL. This ain't college. You can't. It's hard to hide that. So now that we've gotten just solid play on both sides, it's not great, but it's not a huge liability. You're like seeing the difference in results, getting off the field when we need to, teams not scoring every single possession because we don't have to, we don't have to just account for that. Like we can't cover that side of the field. So it was a killer. Any team that had 2 solid receivers, it was over. I mean, Seattle, Vikings, like if you had 2 legit receivers, there was no shot for us, especially with all the man we play. But I think what's exciting about the whole thing for me is that I really feel like at this point, we're getting to a spot, man, where like the Lions may be 5-7, but they're not sneaking by these wins. This isn't like, man, the Jags, they're kind of in our level. So we play them tight. Maybe we snuck out with the field goal. Like we beat them like bad, man. 40 we destroyed them. And then you've done that to the Giants recently. And all you've needed is a couple pieces to get back. You're still not completely healthy. But I think schematically, I'm excited that if we can keep around Ben specifically and possibly Aaron Glenn, the Lions, they might be able to handle like everybody. Like they might be able to get to that point where they can beat anybody because of the fact that they're not going to be out-coached in a game. Like usually you see that. Like it's like, man, we out-coached, we were in bad spots, but the Lions aren't out talenting people. Like you said, there's a case to say the Jaguars are more talented than we are, but we had to adapt and play completely different offensively because they were a good run defense. And all of a sudden, the Lions still score every possession. So we were able to be flexible in and out of that. And that's my overall takeaway is like the Lions aren't sneaking by. They're blowing out teams. And if you want to talk about like foundation, you can see it. It's like, oh, dude, this team could be really close. Like not I'm saying to the Super Bowl level, like to beat the best teams. Like we're right. We already know we're close because you saw the Bills game.
100%. I'm just going to piggyback and continue because obviously we're 5-7 our record, but honestly, I think we're really like a 7-5 team. 8-4. Like that's what I really think we are. Like what's happening, Mike? Record wise, yes, we are 5-7. But if you truly watch the games and see how we lost them and a couple bad going forward on fourth downs and things like that, like that comes with us being young as far as like a coaching staff and players. But realistically, I think we are like a real 7-5 team. So yes, we should have blown out a 4 and whatever record Jaguars team. Yeah. To your point, like, we're not just sneaking by because they're on the same level. Like, realistically, our records may have looked the same, but we're not the same as far as where we're at. We're a really good team. We're just losing close games due to penalties, bad play calling, and things like that, just miscues. So, no, I think we did what we needed to do this past Sunday. We should have blown them out. And to the offense, I want to give a shout-out to the offensive line. That's who needs to get all the credit because Jared Goff had a great game. Let's be real. I think this was his best game this year. He threw the ball 40 times. I was always the one that said we can't throw the ball 40 times and win a football game with Jared Goff, but we did it because that offensive line had great protection. Yes. They were getting people off the ball, opening lanes as far as run game. That's who the real MVP is that offensive line. And we've been preaching this for 2 years. We're going to go as far as this offensive line takes us. And if you're protecting Jared Goff, who's I still think is a average to above average quarterback, he can be solid. I mean, the guy was a first pick overall. He's been to a Super Bowl. He can make all the throws in the NFL. He's just not my favorite. I'm just personally not a true Jared Goff lover. But he is our quarterback, so I'm going to back him. I think he had a hell of a game. But the offensive line is the MVP, bro. He had good pockets. He had time. Goff was making good decisions with the ball, too. I'm going to give him some credit. Once again, Saint steps up and performs like the best slot in the NFL. I said it last stream. Yeah. I still think he is. I still think he's the best slot in the NFL. Chark showed up. It was a revenge game. So yes, I'm happy we scripted him a couple plays, got the ball to him early to let DJ Chark get rolling, rocking and rolling, because I think we should have been doing that earlier in the year when he was playing. I think we needed to get him rocking and rolling a little bit more earlier in the game and get his hands warmed up. Chark had a solid game. He got the game ball. I mean, they probably gave it to him because we just beat his old team. But shout out to the offensive line, man. Running backs did solid. But it all started with that offensive line and that protection, bro, on the offensive side of the ball. Goff had nice pockets. He wasn't under a lot of pressure. He made a couple throws where he got hit after a second or two later. But as far as just always getting pressure in his face, like, no.
Yeah.
They performed. I think that's the reason why we won that game. That offensive line dominated the line of scrimmage. Shout out to Ben Johnson, to your point. Play calling and scheme we came out with. We picked them boys apart. We did not punt the ball. Fox didn't step on the field. Shout out to Ben Johnson. Shout out to that offensive line. Shout out to the offense, bro. And I want to give a shout out to the defense who set the tone with the very first drive. Deshaun Elliott, boom, big hit. Made Travis Etienne, whatever his name is, fumble. I couldn't pronounce his name since he came out. I know. I still can't pronounce the dude's name. Shout out to Deshaun Elliott making a big play because they gashed us. I'm going to keep it real. I talked to you about it on the phone. I think the Jags could have continued to run the ball on us. We could have had some problems. Like if that game would have stayed close and they continued to run that ball, we could have had problems because they had a few run plays that was just gashing us, bro. Gashing us with the run. They had some plays where they was gashing us, but they got so far behind to where they had to, like, obviously you got to go to the pass.
That's
but
what it was. That's what it was.
Travis and ATN. Hey, shout out to Jordy. Etienne? Well, the chat said ATN, so ETN. I don't know. So it's Travis Etienne.
No, man. No, I had the numbers for it. I was going to pull it up because you made a great point there. And this is a really good run team coming into it. Travis Etienne, after this game, he still averages on the season 5.3 yards per carry and about it was well over like 25 touches per game, 25 carries per game. I'm not answering that one.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue. Hey, shout out to Micro Mike in the building.
Shout out to Micro Mike.
Shake the love.
No, so yeah, no, you're right though, because
smell his finger, bro.
I don't know where to go with that one, man. No, but on the season, like they averaged coming in 4.9 a carry as a team. So this was a really good run team. But in this game, Travis only had 13 carries for like 60 yards. So he was under his yards per carry mark. And like you said, he couldn't run the football because they were down so much. And really, if you look at like the second half, they only had 3 possessions in the second half. They were down so much, and we kept scoring. They had to go away from that, which was their biggest strengths. And it's been an issue for us at times. But that's what they do really well. So I think that speaks to the offense again, though. And yeah, you made a great point there. I couldn't find the exact number I wrote down, but yeah, that was huge because they did run the ball. They had some big runs in there, and that
they were
script, it was a big run.
That was a big.
It was a.
I
big
was
run.
nervous, bro. They was gashing us on those first couple of drives. So I'm like, golly, what's going on?
yeah.
But
they do it, man.
Created turnovers and we scored. We scored.
Yes, that was massive.
I'm gonna give us Saint with the big game again, bro. Like,
yeah,
is the guy going Pro Bowl or what? Let's be real, bro. Like, come on.
I mean, it's just.
Come on, man. I don't know his season stats, but I know last game he had 10 plus receptions over 100 yards. So that's balling to me. I think he's the best slot in the NFL. Yeah, I think he's on track. I said Saint was gonna have over 100 receptions, 1,400 yards, and I think I said like 8 or 10 touchdowns. I don't know. Anybody know Saint's stats real quick? Chat. Can somebody pull up St. Brown's season stats for me real quick? I think he is on track to do what I told you. And if you have over 100 receptions, 1,400 yards, and 10 touchdowns, that's Pro Bowl, all pro. That's all pro type numbers, bro.
He's gonna pass last year's. He's got 76 receptions for 830 and 6 touchdowns. He's already got more touchdowns than last year. He's going on over track. 1,000. Yeah. Man,
I'm a rock first down.
Pro Bowl such a joke, man.
Well, so it's a joke, but at the end of the day, like I want the Lions to get some recognition. I think he should be an all pro. He may not make all pro because he doesn't have those like uber explosive plays where he burning people 40 yards, mossing people, not even mossing, Calvin Johnson and people. So, but I think he run blocks very well. You can hand him a jet sweep, he's gonna do his thing.
Mm-hmm. He run blocks really
and obviously, you know he's gonna get you first downs. He's gonna get open. Best slot in the game.
Good point, man. With the old line was so good. No, I just want to bring it up because I touched on, but like we're not getting false start penalties anymore. We're barely holding. Like we had the one holding. We're not doing that dumb stuff, which these guys shouldn't do. But even just watching it again today, man, KO'd, like who was probably our worst lineman in the game. He was not like a massive liability. Like we looked at a couple clips last week. The one with Skipper didn't even get off the line. Like that wasn't happening with him. So he wasn't very good. But he
because he wasn't
very good. Yeah. Caleb wasn't very good though in this one, but it wasn't like a liability. And on top of that, these other dudes were eating, man. Like there was a couple blocks for Sewell. I was like, dang, Decker was eating. Jonah had some good ones, but that offensive line was tough. There was a play. I think I saved it and I could send it over while we're doing this, but I think Penei Sewell completely pancaked Josh Allen like immediately, and it set up one of the deep passes that he threw to Chark. Dude, we had a whole bunch of those. Like Jonah had like 4 of those. I mean, they were going crazy on the old line all game. So I'm glad you brought that up, man, because that's what it was. Goff had like no pressure, dude. They had a couple free rushers. They had a free rusher we threw it to Swift, but there wasn't much. If we knew who to block, there was no pressure.
We got him. We lock up. So that's what I guess that's what you're doing. Patty Grimes said you're shaving your head if we make the playoffs.
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh,
I'll do it. We make
okay, y'all. Hey,
Brad, you on?
Can we lock that in? Hold on, no. Let's lock yours in first.
Whoa, wait, Brad, what part are you gonna do with this? I've already taken like a whole big chunk of it. Wait, before we lock it in, let's give you a little percentage of the responsibility as well. What do you?
Okay, you take it. I'll shave my mustache. I'll take off the mustache.
That feels pretty weak. Can we go a little?
What? I'm getting rid of my mustache.
What is that part of my life? Go broke back overnight, man. That's crazy.
This is a part of my life. I'm taking off my mustache. They didn't ask me to do anything. They said you cut your hair. I'll shave my mustache.
See, that was the mistake. Why did you guys not involve Brad?
Hey, I'm taking a piece of the pie off of you.
Dude, like, you mean like bald? Because I don't even that feels like it hurts. Have you ever shaved your head bald? Like nothing?
Yeah, I was in high school though. Yeah.
Like you didn't have anything. It was like completely
bald. It was like razor. Did
it hurt to get it cut like that?
No, you just put some shaving cream on it. You cut your hair low first, and then you. Yeah.
You used to do that? Why you do that?
No, I only did it once. I wasn't no used to. Like I did it once. It was during football season, senior year. Oh. It was hot, bro. Playing football in Oklahoma, 110-degree weather. Like, nah, what you mean? What you mean?
Can I get it? Let me get it. Let me get a different one. I don't know if I want to do that.
I thought you committed to that.
I mean, I would do it. It just feels like it'd be painful, man. I just see people doing like that's gotta hurt. What if I got like a big bump on my head or something? I don't know it. And then when they shave, I got a huge bump on my head.
That's when you put the grit. You put your grit hat on, baby. What?
Let's revisit.
I'm giving you something. Nah. I thought we was about to lock that in. You said you want to lock it in. You want to stamp that. Let's stamp that,
dude.
I'll shave the mustache.
Was there a push-up thing that we had? And I don't remember what it was, but we had a push-up bet. Chad, do you guys remember what it was? Do you remember what it was, Rand? I have no idea what it was, but I thought we had something.
I don't remember what it was.
Dang. Okay.
I don't.
All right. Red has to go all blonde. I like that. I think we can make that happen.
And eyebrows.
You're already like 20% of the way there right now. You're already almost there.
I don't know about beard blonde. That's weird, bro. A blonde beard. I'm about to cut this anyways, but
that would look awesome. It's a blonde.
Okay. I can do. I'll do blonde beard. Blonde beard. If you shave your head, if we make the playoffs, I'll go blonde beard.
I'll shave my head. If you go blonde beard. I'm down.
That's a deal. Chat, you heard it.
Wait, actually, hold up though.
Oh gosh, here we go.
No, let's do it. Okay, no, let's do it. I'm down. I'm gonna look so ugly.
So you cutting all your hair. We make the playoffs.
As long as it don't hurt. If it hurts, I'll go like almost all of it, and it'll be like this, like when people look. I did it one time and I hated it. I felt like a whole bowling ball, man. I was like, this is weird. Wait, no, not Jared Davis, man. You go way too far back. There was something.
All right, that's it. I'm going blonde beard. You're going bald.
I feel like we're getting off easy here, but I'm down.
How am I getting off easy? I'm going a blonde beard. When have you ever seen a black person with a blonde beard? Show me a picture, please. Wait. When have you seen a black man with a blonde beard? I'll wait.
No, you're right. No,
exactly. That's not getting off easy. What? Then at that point, I got to cut my whole beard because if I don't and I ain't cut my facial hair since I was 17. Like, I don't know what I look like under here. I don't know what's under here, bro. Dude said I'm getting off easy. No, I'm not. A blonde beard.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like it.
All right. Let's get back on, bro.
Now I don't want to make the playoff.
I do. I don't. Yeah, hey, man, I'm trying to get in. We can get in. Let's go defense.
Okay. Wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking?
We gave our shout out to the offense. Yes.
Okay.
We're talking about the Jags defense, bro. Yeah, our defense.
Okay. You started off, man. What do you got to say? I feel like you were ready for this, so go ahead.
I mean, I think everybody knows who as a defense, obviously we played well. We held them jokers to 14 points. So I think game plan was solid. We were getting gashed in the run, but we made them have to pass the ball. So then we got after them. Shout out to James Houston. I think he needs to be in rotation every week. I think his snap count needs to go up.
I don't know if I'm on.
Shout out to you're not on board with Houston's snap count going up?
Nah, because it can't go up.
Why?
How's it gonna go up? What do you do? Put him out there on first down?
every third and long or every passing situation.
But they do that right now.
I need
I'm in agreement with that.
Because I think it's about to lower because now Romeo's going in. So I think he's the one who's going to take the back seat.
I mean, can you put Hutch, James, Romeo
on the inside
and John on the field at the same time? What's wrong with that? That's 4 rushers. Because usually
Hutch on the inside.
That's fine. Yeah. And then let Romeo and James work on the outside. Yeah. I'm down with that. John Kaminsky and Hutch, that's where they're going to win is the inside. That's tough. That's a tough 4, man.
I need to continue to see more of him. I think he is I might have to say it. I think he is the best pass rusher on our team.
Okay.
Better than Aiden Hutchinson.
Now you talking.
Better than Aiden Hutchinson. Better than Aiden Hutchinson.
Jump off the train. I'm gonna give you back my ticket.
I'm sorry. Y'all can call me crazy. I think he's the best pass rusher on our team right now.
Nah, Red. Now you talking a little crazy. You talking a little crazy.
The man has 3 sacks in 30 plays.
Okay.
But, I don't even know if it's been. I think I highballed in 30 snaps.
I think you highballed that. Yeah. Okay.
So in 20 snaps, he has 3 sacks. How is he not? And if you watch the film, his get-offers remind me of Cliff Avrils. So you already know I'm a big Cliff Averill fan. So if your first step is looking Cliff Averill-ish, I'm going to be a fan. He's already undersized, bam. So he has to beat him with speed, and he's beating these jokers with speed. I think he is the best pass rusher on our team right now. Y'all can call me crazy. Y'all can say Aiden Hutchinson. I think it's Houston, bro. I really do. I think he's our best pass rusher on our team.
Wow.
I like it. Who would you say?
Disagree. Hutch is.
Who would you say?
Hutch definitely is. Hutch has a much deeper bag as well. I'm with you with the sacks, but then I could also come back and say, well, wait, Hutch had 3 sacks against Washington, but that didn't mean it was his best game necessarily. But I will agree with you in I think James is our best speed rusher.
My guy,
and he's different.
Clutch. He's clutch.
He's different though, right? I mean, is he not? He's got the bend.
Him and Hutch.
He's 6'1". He's
different pass rushers.
We got. He's completely different. They're different pass rushers. He's like 230. That's 6'1". Like that's not your normal edge rusher at all. So like for him, he wins the way he does. But if he doesn't have another way to win right now, and that's okay. Like he'll win the edge, but is he going to win towards the inside? He hasn't shown us that. He's not going to win through a guy. So like, if you're asking like who has the deeper bag and toolbox, where if I said for a season which pass rusher I'd have, I'd much rather have Hutch. But this is necessary. This is absolutely necessary, right? Because we don't have Charles or Julian right now. We need someone that can win on the outside and just threaten you like that because it just changes pace. A tackle can't play the same thing all the time and that's not to say Hutch doesn't win to the outside because he does, but it's just different. And he's super creative with how he wins on the outside. It's not the same thing. He's super nuanced with it, but it's not. There's no second move. Like you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's over. You know there's no disengage. It's he wins or he doesn't win. So he's great for us. And we needed this spark, but I don't think he's our best pass rusher. I can't go there.
I think he's our best pure pass rusher. Wait till he develops a counter to that speed, which is going to be a spin move, or he's going to set him up like he's going inside, slap the hands away, go inside, or he's going to develop a spin move. Just watch. He's our best pure pass rusher. Hutch has a deeper bag. I totally agree with you. He is a better D lineman. I'm happy he's on our team. But I think if you got me 3rd and long, I'm taking Houston.
No.
I want Houston to come off that edge.
Nah, man. But also you got to think like, are you talking across the board or are you saying just working on a tackle? Even just working on a tackle, I'm still taking Hutch.
I'm just working on a tackle. Because his bag is deeper. Yes, I would agree. But I don't know, man. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to that whole rookie class, bro.
Bend. He's got the best 100% he has the best bend. I'll give you those. But it's also natural. Because he's 6'1".
Ankle flexion. Okay.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out. We're going defense. Whole defensive rookie class from Kirby Joseph, who had a solid game. Malcolm in the middle. You know what I mean? Like that whole class. I feel like we hit on this year's draft. I could say we hit.
Absolutely.
I got a question. Which draft class is better? Last year's or this year's? Then we can get back to defense. I want to hear what you got to say about defense. I want to know because I was thinking about this the other day. Chat, which draft class do you think is better? 1, if it was last year's. 2, if it was this year's draft class. I know it's not fair because the season ain't over.
Right. No, I'm gonna ask you a second to this. I just
follow up. Okay.
But okay, so 2021 we had Sewell, of course. We had Sewell, St. Brown, and Aleem. Those are the big three. Who else came out of that? Is there anybody else that was like
Levi, Iffy,
Derek Barnes a little bit, right?
Derek Barnes
kind of impacted us. I can't think of someone else out of that. About 4
chat,
guys.
Better draft class. 1 for last year's, 2 for this year's, chat.
This year you have Malcolm, you have Kirby, you have Hutch. I'm missing someone.
Houston. You missing Houston?
James Houston now, yeah. And then Josh Pascal a little bit.
Here come J-Mo.
Yeah. I mean, I would say as of now, 2021's class is better, but going forward, 2022's will be better. As of now, Ali McNeil is so good for us. Obviously, Penei Sewell is a dog, and he's been able to play both spots for us. And then also you have St. Brown, who's crazy. Like you said, he's maybe the best slot in football. So I'll take that one, but they're also in year 2. So this year, I don't think we've had enough, right? Because it's Hutch. And then after you just have some, like we haven't seen J-Mo that much. We haven't seen Pascal that much. But I'll say, yeah, that's my answer. I got to ask you this though, right? Because I want to get your answer on that. And I'll also ask you, I saw someone put out there, should Brad Holmes like be in the play for executive of the year? Absolutely. Like if that award, what we're looking at the draft picks right now that are coming up, and you're thinking, okay, wait, hold up, we're 5 and 7. He's hitting on more draft picks than most teams do percentage-wise, like ever. Like he's hitting tons of them. And then at the same time, you're looking at our financial, the way we're going to be able to make signings this offseason. We're top half in the league. I think we're 11th right now. On top of that, you're going to have flexibility with Jared Goff, depending on how you want to set that contract up, because I don't think he's going anywhere. Then you also have multiple picks in the top 75. You have 2 picks in the first round. You trade away Hawk, which you've seen no let off since he hasn't been here offensively. You've just pivoted and you made it work because now, like to your point, you got receivers. Rad, this is I would make the playoffs.
I would say yes. I would say yes. I'm a piggyback off when you hit everything. Yes, I would agree because he's hit on 2 draft classes. He's pulled a lot of starters out of them who are good football players too. Who could, and I don't want to say like, yeah, they're starting on our team because we don't have any talent, but I for sure think Malcolm Rodriguez could start on other teams in the NFL. Kirby Joseph. I'm talking late round people. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Barnes could still be a rotational player on some other team. James Houston, I don't care what you say. I think he's a good pass rusher. He could get snaps on another team. Like just talking late round people. Like, yeah, first rounders, you still got to hit on your first rounder, but when you're picking that high, it's a good chance they won't do it. And Penei Sewell, we knew wasn't going to be a dud. Okay, he hit. Aiden Hutchinson didn't dud. He hit. But it's those late rounders, and who's done it?
We've had those picks, dude. Did Hawk live up to 8 pick?
Because you don't pick a tight end in the top pick 10. You just don't do that. That has nothing to do with Holmes.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're right.
I'm just saying we've missed
to dud on top 2s. Like I don't. It's hard. I think it's harder though because like we've picked 2 before and we didn't do it. Megatron, Sue, things like that. So Sue 2 or Sue was 2. Yes.
Yeah,
so
Sue was 2.
I'm giving him credit for those deeper rounds, and he's turned these guys into good starters. Like as the years go on, all of them are going to continue to get better because obviously more snaps, more off seasons, things like that. So yes, and then to the TJ Hockenson trade, I was banging the table to trade him. He made the move, and to your point, our offense has. Are we 3-1 since we traded TJ Hockenson or 2-1? Either way, our offense still looks smooth. We're still moving the ball, gaining first downs and getting touchdowns without a top 5 tight end. So yes, I think he should be up for GM of the year, 100%, bro. Yes. I don't even know the finances like you, mix stats, but from just seeing the moves he's making, I guess you could say he did it on Trinity Benson. That's it.
Hey, but that's not, every team does that plus more.
That's it.
Right?
That's the only thing I would say he's done it on. He needs to work on his second rounders. But besides that, we'll
see.
I like Josh.
Yeah.
But Levi, I don't.
Bro, but what about? Guys like Kaminsky. Like you claimed Kaminsky. Now you had the opportunity.
That's a good claimer. That is a good one.
You didn't have to. Yeah,
that's a good one because he can play multiple positions. High motor guy. I would always pick up a guy like that. That's just me personally. Like, he's not uber talented, but he has a great motor, and he can play anywhere along the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? And to go back to Levi, I wouldn't be surprised if they said Levi retires this offseason.
Oh, that stinks, man.
He's got a bad back, bro.
I know, like, look, man.
A bad back is
I give it up
serious,
on the dude, man. Hey, look, that's why he's resting. He had surgery.
Hey, he's on that bus train.
He's on
that bus train. He on that train, bro. No, he does. I think he does a great job with just little signs here and there.
I don't know where he's gonna fill back in though. You know, that's the biggest issue with him. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, if you're talking about next year, Lions are going to address DT this offseason, no question. Right?
I think they will too, 100%. I think they're in via free agency and draft. I think they're going to in both departments, both phases. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Kaminsky, I think, deserves another contract. Me personally, I'm bringing back Bugs too. I'm sorry, I bring in big body Bugs.
He'll be cheap. He'll be real cheap.
Brockers is done. Brockers is done. Can we agree that Brockers won't play another snap?
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a huge money saver for us. Absolutely.
Brockers is done.
Hey, you said dude chilled on the sideline, man. He's got
had his chain on and everything.
Gatorade.
Is that Brockers over there? Looking icy. Oh, man. Yeah, he ain't worried about playing no snaps. He's just a locker room guy. He a glue guy now. He's holding that locker room together for them young D linemen.
I like it. Maybe it's worth keeping him then. No, okay.
Not for that money. No.
Yeah, no.
You can bring in an older. I mean, he's just riding the bench. Like, I could bring in an old vet for $1 million a year to ride the bench and be a locker room guy. Watch them, help them watch film. Like, no, not for that. I'm not paying you that much to be a locker room guy. Oh, you got to show up on Sundays too, bud.
Man,
hold on now.
He might be making that Gatorade that's out there. You don't even know. You don't even know what he does on a day-to-day.
He could. He could.
The way you put that out there. He might be hooking everybody up before the game too. Like, here's a Hershey Kiss. Here's a Hershey Kiss. I mean, he might be the guy. You know, like, dude, I want some gummy bears. Go to Brockers. He's that dude. You know,
they could. Got the sunflower seeds and everything. Yep.
And we don't even know that. So, I don't know,
he said Brad Holmes' best move was not giving Amani a contract. Agreed. I think that was smart because he did have a solid year last year, but if you watch the film, I mean, he was just in the right place at the right time. Like, these weren't true dog interceptions. He had like one, maybe two dog interceptions. And look, bounce back this year, and he will not be a Lion. I don't even want to re-sign him for the low. Like, I don't even want him.
No.
I don't even want him for the low. Like,
we'll give you a home. No, I'd take the money, give it to Mike Hughes.
I'd personally probably go out and get another different cornerback. I wouldn't re-sign either one of them.
I would bring back Mike Hughes just for depth. He ain't gonna start because I'm drafting a high corner. So
okay, so that's round 1 corner.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the second?
Depending on what my top pick is, that might be my top pick. I mean, what
top pick? A quarterback? Okay.
No. Hold on.
You like how I snuck that in?
Wait, Brad, can we hit some numbers here? Let's throw some praises. Did you see the after the game celebration they put out there?
Where they gave the game ball to chart?
Yeah, you watched it?
Yeah, I did. I
saw it on Instagram right before you went. That's why I asked.
I did.
Here, let me hit some numbers for you. I want to give you some numbers.
They gave Jared Goff some love.
Look at this.
He's not our quarterback of the future. Brad. He's not our quarterback.
Jared Goff is 7th in passing yards. He is the 6th highest quarterback rating in the National Football League.
Can I stop you once? Can I stop you really quick? I like how you threw stats off because I felt like we were about to segue into Jared Goff, and you want to make sure you got those numbers out of there real quick. I noticed that. You want to throw these numbers out? Go ahead. Let me hear Jared Goff.
I was just, I read it before we got on here. I said this is pretty good.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let me hear. Let me hear your boys' numbers.
Turnover wise, right? That's gonna be the big turnovers. Okay, so he has 10 turnovers on the season as a whole.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
But here's what's interesting about this. This is what I thought was interesting. So 4 of those came against Dallas. 2 of the fumbles were at the very end of the game, down 24-6. Game was over. 17-6. Game was over. And then he had the 2 interceptions in that game. We had no receivers. I'm not saying those just throw them away, but I am saying that half his turnovers came in one game. So you have a dude with in 11 games has 6 turnovers. That's fantastic. That's 7th in passing yards, 6th in quarterback rating, has almost a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. I would say it's going pretty well, Brad. I mean, but
that's
again,
solid.
give credit to the O-line, right? Because the sack percentage is very low. It's near the bottom of the league, which is part him, part scheme, and part the O-line. We actually have a left tackle this year, so or a right tackle, I guess, because yeah. So I just thought I'd throw it out there. I mean, I didn't know we were going to segue anything, but you brought up quarterback, so I just want to make sure that we got the numbers.
Yeah, I'm going to talk 1 second. I'll be right back. I want to talk.
I don't know where he's going, Jet. So I'm gonna just keep it going. Do you trade Amani for Doritos or Lay's? Look, man, that's so disrespectful. And I like Amani. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. I really like Amani. But obviously, if we're going to the chips route, I'm definitely taking Doritos because I like Doritos much more than Lay's. Joey Porter Jr. I got to watch him soon. I got to scout on him soon, so I'm excited for that. I haven't got into it yet, but. I'm looking at corners, look at Elliott not coming back 1 year, $1 million again. I would doubt it, but it probably won't be super expensive. So I bring him back. Go ahead, Brad. What were you doing, man? You good? You put that.
Yeah, my bad. I had to get the door. I had to run upstairs and get the door.
Dang, that was fast.
I went up those stairs right there.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm glad you didn't slip.
I'm quick, dog. I'm quick.
Yeah, I like how you got the carpet on the stairs. I think that's really well done. Anyway, go ahead.
Because I don't want to slip.
Right.
Bro.
You vacuum them individually, or how does that work?
Yeah, I take the little hand vacuum, one of the Dyson hand vacuums, and I get in there and get them. You know what I mean?
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Those numbers are good, bro. Jared Goff, he surprised me this week. He threw the ball 41 times and we won. Great.
That's funny.
We got it.
Why you say it like that? Why you say it like that? Great. Like we just won. We didn't score 40 points. I mean, we do have the most 30-point games in the NFL this year. It's interesting. We talked about this before, and I said, what I like about our offense, man, is we got results, right? We don't need to project things. We don't need to make things up. How we feel, how it looks. We just got to look at the numbers and say, okay, you know what? The offense is producing. We lost Hawk. The offense is still producing. And most
is it play calling? Is it play calling and
it's
offensive
absolutely
line?
Play calling. It's 100% play
calling.
Offensive line? 100% play calling.
It's
very much offensive line. It is all three.
Oh, okay.
It is all three.
Okay.
They are all doing their job. And it's I would give a majority of the credit to Ben Johnson. Absolutely. So pay that man. Don't let him go anywhere. Overpay him for OC.
100%. 100%.
So
you don't think we could get
go ahead
Baker Mayfield back there and he could do the same thing?
Stop, Brett. Stop. No,
I'm asking it serious.
And let me
just because
you're being
the O-line is playing so well.
It's an awful question. It's an awful question. To be real.
I'm being real. Like, do you think we could put just another average quarterback back there? I'm just asking if we could put another average quarterback back there and get the same results because the offensive line is giving up the least amount of sacks. The second, they're in second behind Dallas. So that means they're obviously protecting the quarterback very well. I just want to know if we could put a mid-tier quarterback back there for cheaper and get the same results. Because Jared Goff to me is still a mid-tier quarterback.
That's what I think is interesting about what you said there. I think that's interesting. No, that's not a good question. That's not a good question. But here's what's important about that. If you want to bring up Baker specifically, I think I don't know if you saw the Walter Payton Man of the Year and how Goff was nominated for that and all that kind of thing. I think that definitely gets overlooked. Like if we don't have Kyler Murray, luckily, where he's calling out our coach.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if you saw it or anything that's going on over there. But
he's better than Jared Goff. Well, go ahead.
He is not better than Jared Goff. You could see the record. That may have something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe not. I thought they were going to be a playoff team, right? I'm just wondering where that team's going. Okay, every time I look, they get worse and worse. Right? At this point, it's like, man, hold up. Cliff Kingsbury about to get fired. That thing is going downhill fast, man. That's unfortunate. I don't know. I think when they gave Goff the extension to LA, they didn't have to put that little thing in there, right? Hey, you got to watch film. Jared, come on. Gotta watch some film. Stop playing Call of Duty. But no, seriously though, I think that is important. That the off the field side of it, that won't. It's like the professionalism because there's a lot of quarterback right now in the league that aren't that. And you look at Zach Wilson, right? It's like, dude, what the heck? And there's a lot of that. So it's like you have to tie those two together. But yeah, no, I give a lot of credit to Ben Johnson. But I would give that same credit to any other quarterback that's being successful. Let's just go to our own division, Brad. Kirk Cousins. How much better is Kirk Cousins now with Kevin O'Connell versus when he was with Mike Zimmer? You can just look at all the guys who are having success. Look at Russell Wilson. He's a perfect example with Nathaniel Hackett versus having Pete Carroll, what that looks like. So every good quarterback, whether it's Tua, whichever one you want to go to, it's all because the offensive coordinator is very good at what they do, and they mold it to how the quarterback plays. And that's what Ben Johnson has done. You saw that shot that he threw to Chark? I can throw that clip up if you want. That thing was a dot. That thing was beautiful. But
oh gosh,
that's the kind of deep shot. See, people tell how he can't throw the deep ball. Well, he can throw that. He's an
NFL quarterback. He should be able to throw. Yeah. He's an NFL quarterback. He should be able to throw some dots. That's what I would think too.
But people tell me he can't. He can't. He go under three to throw that deep ball. He didn't underthrow that one. He put that on him. I'm just saying he put that on him. So my whole thing is, yes, a lot of the credit is Ben Johnson. Say what you guys say, right? I know you want to say something. So go
no, ahead. I just want to. I mean, I'm kind of agreeing with Panda here. Like, I think we can get any $2 million NFL quarterback to do the same, bro. Like,
are you serious?
I'm agreeing with Panda. I'm not playing. I'm still not 100% sold on Jared Goff. I'm not. Because look, we're gonna have to pay the dude. Okay, so that's taking away other players we could be bringing in. Why not?
What are you talking about? You have to pay the dude.
Is he worth 30 mil?
Yes.
Is he worth 30 mil?
Absolutely. 100%. Because you just told me he's a mid-tier quarterback. Where's 30 mil at? Mid-tier? That's where 30 mil is the next 2 years. Mid-tier. Right in the middle.
So why not get a rookie quarterback? Why not get a rookie quarterback on that cheap contract?
So why would I do that?
And we could just build up.
Okay, so
because we know what Jared Goff has hit his ceiling.
Hold up, no.
We know what we're getting out of him.
Whoa, wait, I loved it. I know I like the ceiling one because you remember before the year started and you guys said, no, Goff already hit his ceiling. And I said, no, he hasn't. He has not hit his ceiling. Goff is playing his best football right now. That is just the case. He's playing his best football right now. The last few weeks, of course, because he's actually got somewhat reasonable weapons around him. Brad, why would I waste a top draft pick on a guy that I don't know what I'm going to get? Move on from my quarterback because there's no point in making the top draft pick while keeping Jared Goff because then you're still paying that money, which you're telling me that's the issue. So why would I waste a top pick on a quarterback that I don't know what I'm going to get in a position where right now clearly we can beat anybody? Instead, I could take that pick, put it in a position that we really need, whether that's cornerback, defensive tackle, and all of a sudden, now I'm in a position where we look pretty good. We're pretty well-rounded, and that's what you have to be to win a Super Bowl. You can't be one thing in the NFL. You got to be well-rounded, man. So why would I even take that risk? That's not necessary. It's not a necessary risk.
So you think Jared Goff
produced? Yeah. What?
You think Jared Goff could win us a Super Bowl? Absolutely. If we continue to put pieces 100%. Around him. Because, I mean, we got a ton of pieces. We got a ton of draft picks this year. We got a ton of draft picks coming this year.
If the dude would have caught the ball, they win a Super Bowl in LA. He should have won it there. But I think it's interesting that okay, let me ask you this question. Who would you rather have? I think before the year we talked about this, but Jared Goff or Jimmy Garoppolo?
Goff.
Okay.
I need a better one than that. No,
that's fine. I just want to add. No, I just asked because when you look at the 49ers
Kyler Murray, Goff. Go ahead.
Brad, you're not taking Kyler Murray over Goff. You're just saying that don't make sense.
I am. I still am.
Okay, let's not go. I want to ask you this question for a specific reason.
Go ahead. I get what you're about to say. Go ahead.
What am I about to say? Go ahead. You say it then.
No, you're about to talk. No, I'm not. I know what you're about to talk about. The Jimmy Garoppolo or Jared Goff 49ers situation. Go ahead. They have good pieces around them and still.
No, they've been to the Super Bowl, right? And they were in a position to win. Yes. But because they didn't win it, does that diminish the fact that they were there? Like, would you take that opportunity to be in a Super Bowl, which the Lions have never been in, and you'll just have to see how it goes? And then they were in the NFC Championship game. They're better with Jimmy Garoppolo than they were with Trey Lance. We saw that. And what did they do? What did they give up to get Trey Lance? And now
Trey Lance only played the game, bro. Then he got hurt. I can't go off. Right? Jimmy G does win games.
Why is this taking so long for him to play, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because he's hurt.
Was he healthy last year?
I think he was a rookie. They wanted to let him get seasoned.
I'm going to draft a top quarterback to have him not play his rookie season so I can still play Jared Goff. Instead, I could take that top draft pick and possibly go get a dog like an Aiden Hutchinson caliber player at another position and be in a position where I can go make the playoffs and more. Wouldn't you do that?
I think we need to take a quarterback in the second round. That's where I'm at with it.
I don't know who's a vet.
That's where I'm at with it. But I don't know the draft board just said what their second round caliber quarterbacks yet. just because I don't think the organization is 100% sold on Goff. All y'all can't sit here and say you're 100% sold on Goff. He's our guy.
They don't
you
need
can't.
to be. They don't need to be. No, everybody wasn't sold on Stafford, and we saw what he did year one out of here.
You're a lie. They're Stafford lovers through and through.
Half the fans were not on Stafford. They wanted him out of here. Now that's going to change. Now the energy is going to change real fast because they got to see it. They had to witness it. They had to sit there and watch him win a Super Bowl and say, "Dang, we had that dude." That's
well, you don't know football. Then if you didn't know, if you don't know football, if you didn't know Stafford was a top quarterback,
100%, he was.
He just didn't have the right pieces around him. Like
absolutely,
we're building.
That's why I bring up that point.
We have the right, bro. Since I've been alive, this is the I was in the Barry Sanders Herman Moore era, but since I've been an adult, this is the best regime we've had. Better than the Marty. I can't even pronounce his name.
Better than the Fonts.
This is the best. This is better. Well, Fonts. That's what I'm saying. Besides, like that Fonts era, them early '90s era, like we were solid then. But like this has been the best culture and like just GM head coach combination we had since I've been an adult. Like so, we're building it right. I get the point you're saying. Like, why not? Why waste a first round pick when we can continue to go get dogs on the defense or whatever position we want to do to continue to build around Goff? But Goff, I think Goff has hit his ceiling. I don't really know what much more I can see from Goff. Like, he's a non-mobile quarterback. He's not an improviser. He can make every throw in the NFL. He doesn't have a noodle arm. He doesn't have a strong arm. Like, I know what I'm getting.
So let me ask you this then, man. You're saying he's hit his ceiling. So if he's hit his ceiling and the Lions are producing what they're producing offensively, why is that an issue? The Lions are producing more offensively than they ever did with Stafford. If you really think about it.
I think we're going to end up having to pay him more. I think he's going to ask for some more money, and I don't want him nothing.
We won't need to. We don't need to. If that happens, that's a whole different conversation if that comes up. But for the next 2 years, he's under contract and a mid-level contract. He's in a real good spot. And heck, we might be able to, and we could always do what we did, restructure that thing, lower the cap hit even more if we want to. Because we had that flexibility within his contract to do it because his cap hit so low. That's why we can get out of it. So we can always do those things. But then I'll say, also look at our team. Is this the best? Put Goff and Jimmy Garoppolo's offense. Which one has a better offense supporting cast? The Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk's, Christian McCaffrey next to him, good offensive line. Like, we don't. Like it.
The Niners have a better offense.
Absolutely. But we also understand that Chark's only really played like 6 games this year. That we also understand that Swift hasn't been healthy this season. And then on top of that, our receivers, which have barely been healthy, we just touched on it. At one point, we didn't have any receivers. When Khalif's your number 1, you have an issue. He was a number 4 when healthy. He was number 4, 5, 6 when healthy with Tennessee. He didn't play there. Josh Reynolds didn't play. He got cut. He was a number 1 immediately for us. Like, we like the group. But it's also, when you really look at it from other teams' perspective, they don't know our receivers. They say, well, hold up, DJ Chark was a backup last season when healthy in Jacksonville. He was a backup before they had Marvin Jones. And before they went out and got Zay Jones. Zay might have been. No, Zay wasn't there. Before they got those guys, he was a backup. St. Brown was a 3rd-round pick. That's our best receiver. He proved himself last year. Jameson Williams hasn't played. Josh Reynolds was cut. Khalif Raymond did not play. That's his receivers. And TJ Hawkinson's gone. We don't even use our tight ends. We don't even use our tight ends. Our top tight end is an undrafted free agent.
We don't need to. That's what
that's what I'm saying. So, like, what's the issue with saying, hold up, this is working? And maybe we can add more to it because we definitely should. And when J-Mo comes back, what do you think could happen?
He's a game manager. He's a game manager. I think it's that I don't.
What does that mean? Though?
I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest.
Help me.
I'm just not the biggest fan of game managers because he's not going to improvise. He's never going to really make that big play. He's not going to shrug a sack, get out of a sticky situation, roll out,
he has
somebody with the spin out. I've never seen Goff shrug off any sack. I've never seen Goff shrug off a sack.
He did it like he did it against the Bills.
No.
He spun out of the stack.
I need footage.
Hold up.
I need to see shrug off a sack or somebody's got you wrapped up and somehow you get out of it. No. I've never seen Goff do that. Pull that film. You can pull that film.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Zach Wilson,
he's just not an improviser.
Does he have that ability? Does Zach Wilson have that ability?
He has improvising ability, but he's young-minded. He's not a good leader. That's what he's going through right now. Zach Wilson, I think Zach Wilson he's a better arm talent than Goff. He's a better improviser than Goff, but he's still young, and he needs to work on his mental and his leadership. That's what he's missing right now. That's why Have a seat, young man. Soak up the game. We'll see you next year.
Okay, right. But he was a top 5 pick. Who else was the top pick in that draft? Trey Lance. The only guy that's come out and he didn't produce.
Oh, Fields wasn't. I'm sorry.
Trevor Lawrence did not produce year 1. What did Justin Fields do in year 1? People say he's the worst quarterback in football. He's still not doing anything. I mean, if we're being real, he just runs. He is at the bottom of passing yards. He's at the top of rushing yards. That's all he's doing. It's like people get excited about that because he runs. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, yeah, he has all the rushing yards because he doesn't have any passing yards. He's just running. What is the ceiling to that? I don't know. I don't think it's a very high ceiling because you're going to have
his arm develop
and evolve.
Justin Fields,
he's got the arm. He's already got the arm. But does he got it?
Okay. He develops the above the shoulders.
So once the game State quarterbacks hold the ball a long time.
Once his 100%, but once his reads slow down, therefore Justin Fields will become we don't know that. That's the
so
question
mark.
Why
do that as Alliance? This is your
but that's his ceiling.
He's done that? Would you say Fields is at that point right now where he's got it? He looks better than last year, but is Fields good enough right now to say, wait, we can go win a Super Bowl with that guy? Would you say you could win a Super Bowl right now, with Fields as a quarterback, not on the Lions team, just in general? Fields is your quarterback. Could you go win a Super Bowl with him right now?
No, but I could see him develop into a Jalen Hurts.
Okay, and is it not your two?
Jalen Hurts could go win a Super Bowl. Hurts is in like year
quarterback
4. I think Hurts.
So
is
we're not going to get the
correct.
1 pick. No, he's year 3. He's year 3. So we're not going to draft it. So we're not going to get the top pick. So let's say we draft a quarterback at 3, something like that. Because it's going to take a crazy, massive give to move up to 1 if you wanted a guy like Bryce Young, because he'll probably go number 1. So you're not going to get that. So you're going to get a CJ Stroud. You're going to get someone like that if you're going to go that high. I get the second round. So let's say you just did that, and we're looking at all these quarterbacks. Which one of them has produced year 1 where it's like you can go win a Super Bowl with that guy? They're not there.
Look,
if you go forward, are we going to say in 2025 maybe? Like, what's the point of that?
I get it. This is my thing.
And then if it doesn't, then what? What's our backup plan? We don't have one.
I want a second round quarterback. I want a guy who's not going to come in just because we drafted a quarterback in the second round. Goff, I don't need your brain to get rattled and get all nervous. No, you keep playing how you're playing, which is at above average level. Okay. We got a second round draft pick. Just in case. Yeah, you caught that. Just in case, Goff, you get to tripping. We do have a guy who's talented. I haven't looked at all the quarterbacks yet to say I want to go get such and such in the second round. But we do have 2 second round picks.
I get what you're saying, but I need to ask you the question. So, what over the last 2 years have told you that, man, we might need to go put that second round quarter? Like, when would you have in these last 2 years you've seen Jared Goff and put that second round pick in for Jared Goff? Because once you make that move, you're not going back. It is what it is.
Because he's made some throws to where it's like, what were you thinking?
Okay,
he's made a lot of throws. Like, what were you thinking?
A lot of quarterbacks have done that. But
he's not able to improvise and get us out of sticky situations.
No, I get that.
God, man, if we had someone, I don't even need a run first quarterback. I just need a guy who's somewhat shifty. You don't even have to be fast. I need you to at least be quick to be able to get out of a sticky situation, and Goff doesn't do that.
Done that. He's done it. I can show you him do it. What you're looking for, he's done.
Goff is not getting out of any sticky situation.
Brad,
I've never seen Goff climb the pocket.
What are you
show me where Goff has climbed the pocket before. I want to see him climb the pocket. I want to see that. I don't even. I can't. I'm being serious. I can't think of one time Jared Goff has like literally climbed the pocket.
Are you serious?
I do. I'm serious. Bro. I need somebody who can improvise.
I need that.
We have 2 second round picks. Why not go get us a second round quarterback and let him just chill? And if Goff get to tripping in about 2 years, bam, we still got 2 years on the second round quarterback.
What does that mean though? Like he all of a sudden just becomes trash. At this
it can
point,
happen.
Would you
that does happen.
That second round quarterback in? I'm asking. I just want to just at this point, would you have put that second round quarterback in?
Okay, let's say we took one this year.
No, like in the 2 years we've had him, would you have put that second round quarterback in? Because would you have done it last year?
I can't. So I'm only going off this year. I'm not going off last year.
Okay.
Last year I said
would you put that second round in?
As of right now, no. Goff has not shown me that he needs to be replaced.
So then why
he has? Because he's just not my future. He's still not my future.
Why can't he be your future?
He's not, bro. Because it's Jared Goff. I think it's honestly. I think it might be because I think he's a funny looking dude. He's got a list.
He is a goofy looking.
He's got a list. Yeah. He looks goofy in his pads. I mean, he wears nice cleats. He wears the Jordan 10 cleats. He's just goofy, dog. Like Stafford had swag.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I need somebody. I need somebody who can improvise. Goff is not an improviser. That's it. I need an improviser.
If you would have drafted this guy, I'm telling you, it would have been.
It would not be so different. I didn't like Jared Goff coming in.
Guy. If he was our guy,
I like Carson Wentz. I liked Carson Wentz over Jared Goff.
Okay, how good? I have been, Red. He's
bro. I have never. You can ask anybody. I have never been a Jared Goff.
Carson Wentz or Jared Goff?
Never. Well, Jared Goff, but I think Carson Wentz is a better quarterback.
Right now? Carson
Wentz's mental is messed up. His mental's messed up, bro.
So who would you rather have right now, Carson Wentz or Jared Goff? Come on,
I can't hear you. My mic is dying. My earphones are dying. Wait, let me reposition them. What'd you say? Okay, hold on. Say it again.
Yeah. Nah, man. You know what I said, man.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Did you ask a question?
I did. I asked a question, man.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like you should ask that, man. I mean, he's an improviser. You know,
Jared Goff
moves around.
Jared Goff
can get out of sacks. Yeah. Oh, you
know who can get out of sacks? Oh, Wentz. Yes. Wentz improviser. Yeah, he can.
But you'd rather have Jared Goff. So now I'm confused. I'm so confused. Carson Wentz.
Why would you go Wentz and Goff? Give me some other. Give me some other quarterback.
Mr. Improviser. What do we do? Give you a top quarterback.
I need other quarterback. Kyler Murray, Jared Goff.
Or Jared Goff. That's not fair.
No, like I'm not asking that type of level. Kyler Murray, yes.
Man.
Kirk Cousins,
how would you rather take out? In what way you would rather? You're telling me Kyler Murray would have lasted through this trash season we had last year. He is like freaking out right now. He has not produced. He doesn't have people on the field. That's not a leader, Rad. You know that ain't a leader.
I just don't trust even Jared Goff's arm either, bro. Like I don't believe in Goff's arm really. I don't. It's not the fact that he just can't improvise. I just don't believe in his arm really.
What do you mean you don't believe in it? Like it doesn't look good, or are you saying like you don't believe it can produce? Because it's produced. So I'm just asking you don't believe in like the way that it looks.
Before this game, though, you didn't have this argument. Like you going off like now he's seventh in this. His QBR, his QB rating went up because he just had a heck of a game. So yeah,
but this wasn't his best game. This wasn't his best game. I believe from start to finish, Dolphins was probably his best game.
He did have a good game against the Dolphins. I would agree.
And I think, what was it?
But play calling wise, we were dotting these fools. We were dotting them. Just literally.
They played a ton of cover 3. So we said we're not gonna run the ball because they're gonna have a safety in there all the time. So we threw a quick passing game and we lived on it. And that's where I give Ben Johnson credit, because some teams would have just said, this is who we are, we're gonna run the football. And it's like, well, shoot, what happens when that don't work? Because this is a good run defense. If they didn't think Goff could do it, they would have had to just say, this is who we are, and let's play through it. But they said, wait a minute, he can do it.
Agreed. I mean, I would hope the guy can. He's a 6-year vet, first round pick.
Hey, you're the guy that told me you can't throw 40 times. I didn't see it was fun. I mean, maybe I missed the punt in there somewhere. I don't know.
Okay. So now I got to flip back to the team that we were playing. We were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, could he have thrown that ball 40 times against I don't even want to say the Buffalo Bills. Let's go.
He threw it a lot.
Cowgirls and we won. The Cowgirls and win. Like, let's flip it. Like,
I wouldn't have.
He did it.
Why would I have him?
He did it against the Jags. He did it against the Jags.
What does that mean? No, I don't want to do it.
Can he do it? Can he do it against the great defenses? Can he do it against the great defenses and win us a game?
What do you mean great defenses? What do you mean? This is not a good defense? They were above average in every category.
I said great. I didn't ask for above average. I said great.
I'm going to do what they're not great at. They're way better.
Do you believe Jared Goff could throw the ball 40 plus times against a great defense and we come out victorious?
If that makes sense, yeah. Goff can throw it 40 times. So, like, what does that mean? Like, because if they're schematically going to play with a safety in the box all the time,
I get it. There's 8 in the box, so therefore we shouldn't run the ball. That's just common sense. I get that. So I get that.
Is a different defense going to all of a sudden get 12 players on defense? Like, I'm trying to figure out, because they're cover 3's cover 3, man. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. It is 100%. That's not something you want to run against. It's a loaded box.
So yeah, he can complete passes against
one minute left in the game, and we need a touchdown to win. We're down 6.
You know what this makes me think of?
You like your chances with Jared Goff.
I like my chances.
1 minute left in the game. We're on the 25. No.
What?
Okay, so you like our chances with Jared Goff.
Well, it depends.
1 minute left in the game.
Against. Would I like it against New England? Nah. Not if we were in that New England game, we needed a touchdown to go win. I would bet against us to go score.
We're not going to win that.
No, we didn't have any receivers. We would have definitely lost because we couldn't get open.
No, okay, fully loaded. Same offense this week.
Oh, fully loaded. We score on anybody. We can score on anybody. Whether that's run the ball, pass ball, we're going to score on anybody. Okay. Because that was what you told me.
Because I said we can keep up with anybody. We can score with 95% of the teams with anybody. Yes, I felt that. With anybody, and we're showing that. We're showing that. Because, yes, I felt like we could. We could keep up with a lot of teams. If we got to go back-to-back and keep scoring, I think we can. If we're at full staff. This is the first time we've been at full staff. We're really still not even at full staff because we're missing our right guard. Either you want to call it Evan Brown or Big V, and we're still J-Mo. Still ain't been integrated fully. So, like, we're there. We're almost fully staffed.
We're almost there. Our fully staffed still
isn't. Our fully staffed should be against the Jets because we should have Evan Brown, right?
I hope so. Yeah, I would.
And then J-Mo should be fully integrated. Very good
pass defense. So I'm assuming I'm going to run the ball more in that game.
That Jets game. Oh, okay. So we're not throwing the ball 40 times that game.
I probably would. Okay. I don't know at this point.
I get it, bro. You got to point out the defensive weaknesses and exploit them. I get what you're saying. That's just how you win football games, matchups. But I want to know: can we throw 40 times against the Jets and win?
Maybe. I don't know. Did the Bills really struggle to move the ball against the Jets? And I would say the Jets. Their path situation at that point, being much healthier than we are, was a much better situation than ours. So I would probably say we would probably struggle. It probably wouldn't be the best bet. I don't know how exactly to this point. But that's the excitement is where we can do everything offensively.
We can.
And it's like, okay, you're going to bring this, or we got something for it. And now that we're getting healthy, we have man beaters again, which we didn't have for a little bit there. We're going to get open.
Oh, good gosh.
Hey, you can't get over that. It's tough. That's tough.
Good gosh.
And hey,
so, the question of the night.
Question of the night.
Are we going to make the playoffs?
I think so, man. I think we do. I think we stamped it, right? We're stamping that. You want me to throw up the thing?
I want you to stamp it with me first.
Okay,
We're making it. Wait, my hand's getting tired.
Okay.
This stamp is hard, heavy.
Stamp it.
Stamp it.
Playoffs.
Hey, we're gonna cut that out, folks. That was corny. We cutting that out. We're gonna cut that out.
Where's this out?
Hey, rewind it.
Those stamp thing on there.
Hey, can you cut that out? We need to cut that out. Really. Throw it up. Let's go.
Stamp
Chat.
it.
How y'all feel? Chat. We making the playoffs? Yes or no? I want to know. Chat.
So
we making the playoffs? Yes or no? I feel like we got a good shot, bro. I'm sorry. Looking at the rest of the schedule.
Dang team decided to tie, man. What that was.
I know the Commanders still got to see Philly, I think, once or twice. Where it comes down to these NFC East teams, we need some of them to fall out, plain and simple. Like, that's what it's coming down to. We're going to need a couple of them to fall out. Hold on, let me get the screen right for us. My bad, baby back ribs.
You're good. I can kind of show what we're looking at here. So
talk to us. Talk it through.
This is every team's upcoming schedule. The two teams highlighted in green, we have the tiebreaker. The unfortunate thing is that tie, and by the way, Tampa Bay's not updated. They'd be 6-6, so just keep that in mind. But it doesn't really matter. Tiebreakers don't really matter because of the tie now, so that's why the tie was trash. And Seattle, we don't have a tiebreaker, so I put them in red. I'm looking at the two left teams and saying we got to pass those two. I think that's most likely, unless San Francisco falls apart because they're all basically playing each other. You see Philadelphia. Let's say we went out red. We went out. We need Washington to lose 2 of their next 4, and we would need the Giants to lose 3 of their next 5. We went out. We're in the playoffs. That would be, to me, the easiest scenario because I think it's definitely possible because the Giants and Washington both play each other. So as long as they don't tie again, someone's got to lose. So that's one loss. I think it's more likely. I think it's more likely that the Giants would be the team to fall apart while beating Washington. So I think you should root for. I think you should probably root for Giants to beat Washington, That moves Washington 7-6-1, and then they just need to lose to either San Fran, Cleveland, or Dallas. And then I think the Giants still lose to Philly.
Happen.
Yep, Giants I think can lose to Philly, can lose to Minnesota, and then they got Philly again. But because they play Philly twice, root for Dallas to beat Philly on Christmas Eve. Because if Dallas is still in the race where they can try to win that division, that will mean that both Philadelphia and Dallas will play to win the last week of the season. And both those teams, Dallas and Philadelphia, both play Washington and the Giants at the end of the year. So we need both of them to play for something. And then on our side, you see the schedule, Rad. I mean, you talk us through. What do you think about our next 5 games?
I think we can beat the Vikings. We're fully loaded. We should have won that first meeting against Minnesota. And it's at home this time. And you know how we play at home. Your boy Jared Goff plays 10 times better at home. Goffle. I shouldn't call him Goffle. I'm sorry. He's not Goffle. I'm still a little worried about this Jets game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I think they are a good football team. The record doesn't. I mean, it should be a little better than what it is. And it's in Jets. It's probably going to be a cold weather game, New York, and maybe snowing. Which in our case, it could play into our factor because we like to run the ball and we have the offensive line built around to be able to ground and pound you. Now at this point, we're going to need our defense to also play some good football. So that Jets game is the only one out of all of them that really scares me.
Right.
At Carolina, that's a dumpster fire. I think we could beat Carolina. That's also going to be another cold weather game. But at that point, we just came off a cold weather game, so you boys should be used to this. So let's show up and show out down there in Carolina. Chicago,
they're eliminated right now.
They are, but they still going to play hard. You know what I mean? They get a paycheck every week. But we got to – if we can contain Fields from running the ball, if somehow we can just make Justin Fields beat us with his arm, we should beat them. I really think we can beat them. It's at home.
Yeah.
Just don't let Fields scramble for 100 yards. We should beat them. Green Bay, they don't scare me. They are going to be upset, though. AR-12, they probably will, but AR-12 is definitely going to be – I think he's going to be upset. I think he's going to play, bro.
I think Love will be playing.
Why not play?
I think they're already talking about discussing putting him down for the year, let him sit for the year. And then see what Love is. Just because they'll be eliminated. And it's like, man, why put him out there? Maybe you could trade him or something. I don't think he'll be out there. He might be, but I would doubt it because they'll be eliminated.
I think AR-12 is going to show up because he was upset that we beat them. That comment alone let me know that got under his skin that he lost to the Lions, bro. So it's a winnable game. We've already done it once this year.
Yeah.
I think we can make it happen. It's at Green Bay. Was that first one in Detroit?
Yes.
It was. Dang, that last one is at Green Bay. You're right. I should have had the schedule pulled up. I'm sorry. That's on me too.
My bad.
I think we can go 4-1. There's a good chance we could win out. I think going undefeated this last stretch couldn't be difficult. I mean, going on a 5-game win streak any time of the year is a hard time. And most of the games are going to be away games. That's the issue. If we could have handled this at the beginning of the year when we had all those home games, we don't have to, but we need a lot of stuff to happen for us on the other end of the town. Like where Washington's going to come into play, New York. But I handle your business first, and then you can worry about other people's business. So
I'm with that.
We got to handle ours. We got to go at least 4-1 minimum. There's
Yeah,
no 3-2.
Yeah.
The worst we can do is 4-1. And where I think we could get caught is either Jets or Green Bay.
Yep.
Those are the games I think we can get caught up at. So we got to go 4-1. We finished 9-8.
But do you think if a playoff game was on the line, we really lose to Green Bay? I mean, I couldn't see us losing to Green Bay if we had a playoff game on the line, and they don't. I would just bet that we'd find a way in that one. Let me ask you this, Red. I want to know your thoughts on San Francisco because they just lost their quarterback. I don't think they'll fall apart, but let's say they only win one. Obviously, if we win out, then we're above them. They'll have the tiebreaker, or if they lose out, then they'll drop out as well. So do you see a scenario where San Fran potentially – because here's the good thing that I'll point out real quick. They play the Bucs. If they lose to the Bucs, that's great. But then they have Seattle and Washington. So I'm looking at this saying, okay, if you're going to beat the Bucs, which basically puts them in a position where we're probably not going to pass them, then root for them to beat Seattle and Washington. But if they lose to the Buccaneers, now if they lose at Seattle, which is very possible, and Washington, then they're 8-7. And if they lose one of their last two, we could pass them, or if they obviously lost out, we could pass them with 9 wins. But what do you think, San Fran? Do you think they comfortably win the division
Honestly,
and still get in?
I think San Fran is about to go. I think they're going 4-1. They're going to beat the Bucks, lose to Seattle, and then win out. That only loss is going to come to Seattle.
Ideal for us, I think. That'd be fine for
us. They're going to go 4-1.
Washington, that's helpful.
They'll beat the Bucks, lose to Seattle, and win out the rest of the games. That's where I think it's going to go.
If the Giants beat Washington, and then San Fran beats Washington, now all of a sudden us winning out will put them above them. Will put us above them. So that's one team we'd pass. Also, on top of that, Cleveland now has Deshaun Watson, which I feel like it's definitely possible that they could beat him as well, because they could still be in the mix. And I don't think Watson's going to sit, because it's like, well, he didn't play all year, so why would I sit him? I need to see what he looks like. And then also Dallas, like we said, Dallas and Philly are playing for the top seed. Then all of a sudden, those two games, I don't think either of them losing.
We could do. I mean, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna go from the left. I'm gonna go down the line. Washington is about to lose out. I don't think Washington will win another game.
Wow.
Looking at that schedule, I don't think they'll win another game.
You think they? I think they're better than the Giants personally. But
I don't think they're gonna win another game. I really don't.
Okay.
Let's say they do. Let's say they go 1-3.
Okay.
So they're now sitting at 8-1.
9 gets us in above them.
Right.
Yep.
8-1. Giants, they'll lose to Philly. I think they're going to – okay, so Washington, they lost to Washington too. So now they're boom, 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 boom. I think Minnesota will beat them. They'll beat Indy, and they're going to lose to Philly. So they're going to go – you already got it? I think they're going to go 2-3.
You got them winning one game. That's only one win.
Wait, Washington? Are we talking Washington or Giants?
No, because didn't you say that the Washington's going to beat the Giants? That'll be their one win?
Yes, Washington's going to win one game.
So then the Giants only win one game in that scenario.
I think the Giants are going to win 2 games out of that. Wait,
which 2?
Washington. Nope, you're right. They're only going to beat Philly. That's it. Yeah. They're only going to beat Indy.
So now they have 8 wins. And now 9 gets us in versus past them. So then we can lose one game.
So that's us going 4-1. That's like we said, we can't go any worse than 4-1. San Fran's going to win their division. I think they're about to win out, to be honest.
I think Giants could lose to the Colts, honestly, when I think about it. I think the Giants are awful. I don't think they're they don't have any.
Seattle?
Yeah. I feel like we can't catch Seattle because they have the tiebreaker.
I don't think they can. We can't. Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can catch Seattle. It's at East. I said it before. I've seen this. It's these NFC East teams we gotta worry. I don't think we're doing anything with the West, but these East teams, I think we can still get in.
Right.
And as we should, because I think they're both about to go 1-4.
So you're saying we
or 1-3 and 1-4.
What do you think happens? You think both those two teams drop down?
Yes, they're both going to go 1-3 and 1-4. Yep, they're going 1-3, 1-4. That's how I see those 2 East teams going. The West, they're gonna handle business.
Now Atlanta just lost as well, so Atlanta is now a game back behind us. They're 5-8. So Atlanta, because they lost to the Steelers, which was great, they're kind of out of the race. They would have to win out to get 9 wins, and they won't do that. So they're out of the race. Tampa Bay is going to go win that division, so we don't have to worry about them. So those are the teams to me that you got to worry about. Everybody else is kind of irrelevant. Cardinals are out of it. Packers will be out of it if you're winning your games. Bears will be out of it. Saints are out of it. So that's it. I'm just saying, hey, I'm with you. Those 2 East teams lose. We're jumping those 2 teams, and
we're good.
I don't think either of them are playoff teams. Neither of those teams should be in the playoffs.
I think we can get in. We got to go 4-1, and they just need to go 1. I think they're gonna go 1-3. I don't know if anyway.
Let me see. With Washington falling apart. You're not a big Washington guy. I don't believe in the Giants at all. I
don't see Washington beating San Francisco. Cleveland runs the ball better than any team in the NFL, and they got Watson back.
True. It's true.
Dallas, I do not like the Cowgirls, but at the end of the day, they are a good football team, and they're a better team than Washington. They're going 1-3. They're going 1-3. And then you jump over to the Giants. You got to see Philly twice. So let's already no, I'm just saying. Go ahead. I mean, the Giants, you seeing Philly twice, so you might as well tack on 2 L's. Minnesota, tack on the 3rd. And then I think you're going to lose to Washington also. So it's I think both of those teams are going to pull off one more win. San Fran is in the playoffs. Seattle's in the playoffs. We're going to take one of these NFC East spots. 100%. But we got to go 4-1. I don't know if we go 3-2. I think there's a way we still can get in. Because, I mean, we got the tiebreaker over both of them.
They would have to lose out and then only beat each other, right? That would be the only one. Because if Washington only won one game, they'd have 8 wins, which are Washington would have to lose to the Giants. I don't think we could get in if they had 8 wins, right?
If we go 3-2.
Because 8
if
wins.
If they go 1-4,
it won't put us
in. We'll be 8-9.
The tie will keep them.
But they would be 8. What 8-1? You're right.
8-1.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh my God.
That dang time, man. That dang time.
Out of here.
But that's fine, man. Like, if you're a playoff team, should you beat the Carolina Panthers? Yes. Should you beat Chicago at home? Yes. Green Bay that's limited? Yes. And the Vikings, who are now favored by 2.5 points. And we touched on this. If the Lions end up getting in, they'll probably play Minnesota round 1 in the playoffs as a 7th seed.
And I like that.
And I would love
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
that doesn't scare me.
Awesome. No,
that don't scare me.
None of the NFC teams honestly scare me at all. Like none of. I mean, San Francisco maybe the most because they have a great defense, but I would love to see that matchup because I don't think San Francisco is probably the most terrifying team out of all of them. Tampa Bay is awful. No one's worried about them. And we know I think we can still beat Philly, of course. But yeah, Minnesota would be the best matchup for us. That'd be ideal.
Right, I would agree. I would say Tampa still scares me. When you got Tom Brady, I'm always a little scared. Yeah, bro.
That's true. I just don't think it'd be close.
You got TB12. I'm still somewhat nervous.
You see that last game? Did you watch the?
I did.
The Saints. That was pretty sweet.
He pulled it off. Kind of epic. He pulled it off.
I was like, that dude's a dog, man. You already knew, bro. When they had that PI, I was like, oh snap.
We're not catching any NFC West team, Lions Mania. Like the West gonna get in. Now we just gotta work on these NFC East teams, which we beat both of them. But that tie is crucial. We needed one of them boys to. We needed one of them to. Why would you? I don't know, man. And I felt like they was playing for the tie. I don't know because I was watching that game. I felt like nobody was trying to win.
Let me address it real quick. Cause the Lions Mania. If my math is right, if the Giants and Washington, if we pass both of those teams, that would mean Seattle would slide up to 6. So it would open up the 7 seed for us. The seeding we'd figure out, but I see what you're looking at because you're seeing that Washington's currently at 8. You just need to pass 2 teams. You don't need to pass the Seattle as well because they're at the 7 seed. Because if both those teams fall out, Seattle's going to move up a seed, and then we just slide in as number 7 because the Giants are currently in a playoff position. So we need to pass any of these 2 teams. We need to pass 2 teams. That's how it is for us. But yeah, we don't need. It doesn't matter what Seattle does if we pass Washington and the Giants.
Right.
It does look kind of confusing though. I get why that. Yeah.
Let's just focus on that NFC East. Go at least. 3-2 won't get us right where we need to be. We need to go 4-1. We can take one L.
Maybe
we could take one L in this stretch, and I believe we can do it, man. We're hot right now. We're hot. I believe in us. I think we can do it. I do. Yeah. All right, man. We getting in the playoffs. There it is. Y'all got it. What's going on tomorrow?
Funny, man. Oh, tomorrow, man. Are we going on my channel tomorrow? Is that the move?
Yeah,
I gotta ask this real quick. Did you get an email from me while we were doing this? I tried to send you an email.
Let me see. I didn't. I did.
Did you? Is it a video or is it just a picture? I thought it said a video.
It's a picture.
It's supposed to be that Penny Sewell block. Oh, okay. That didn't send right. Dang. It's supposed to be the Penny Sewell block of him pancaking that dude. Okay.
It's a picture.
I didn't send it right. My bad. I didn't send it right. I can show him tomorrow if you want. It was Penny Sewell pancaking the dude.
I want to see it. I want to see it tomorrow. I'm down.
Okay. I got a couple clips we can show. Yeah, the tie definitely hurt us.
And make sure you get some clips where Goff is improvising and also climbing.
Brad, you've seen those plays. I don't know what you're talking
about. I don't know.
So did we not sit here and discuss him breaking that sack and running for 10 yards in a game? I mean, we launched that.
I need to see it. I gotta see it again. Okay, that's one play, but show me another one. Pull another one where he improvised.
Of what? The last
breaking
week,
a sack.
this week. Okay, how about the
Breaking
Giants
a
game?
sack.
Remember when he spun out? He took off, and then he because you always talk about a spin out. He spun out, took off, and then threw it to Brock Wright for like 5 yards.
No.
This week he broke his sack.
That. I don't remember.
He got sacked again, but he broke his sack initially.
I'm being serious. You think I'm trolling, but I'm like being serious. I need footage,
serious,
bro.
I'm so confused.
I swear. I'm not.
What are you looking for? I need to know because I'm just so lost right now.
I just want to see him get out of a sack situation,
but you see
improvise and make a completion.
What are we?
I'm not asking for a lot.
You say here said, I haven't seen him step up in the pocket. I'm like, Red, what are you talking about?
I'm not.
You've never seen him step up in the pocket? I can show you the clip right now if you want to see it, man.
I'm not.
No, man. That's funny though.
Hey, thank you, Panda. See, me and Panda be on the same page, dog. Like,
no, you don't. No. To act like they're okay. Wait, hold up, because I know Panda's a Stafford guy, just like I am. Did Stafford not throw it right to the DB against the Niners?
He did that a lot of times, actually. Stafford
does
it
not happen? That's football.
It does happen. It does. You know what also happens? A quarterback break a sack. You know what else happens? The quarterback shrugs off the sack and makes a play. Yeah, I don't see Goff doing that. I see our offensive line. I see our offensive line giving up the second least amount of sacks in the NFL to where he has good pockets and can make his throws.
Outstanding. That's what we're built around.
And I get it. Like a quarterback does need a good pocket and you can make the throws, but he's just nothing. Okay, this is it. Goff is nothing special. That's it. That's what it is. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Goff is nothing special. If you think Goff is special, Dose, you're high on that UMass mango drink. You know he's not special. Goff is nothing special.
There's something special about a guy you can rely on. That's what's special about Goff. You know, he ain't gonna blast people. You know, he's just gonna be him. He's quiet, but he's the same dude every week. You know, that's special. You know what you're gonna get. You know what I mean? He's like
bro. Goff is not special, bro.
What do you mean he's not special? Who's special?
You know Goff's not special.
So do we need Patrick Mahomes to be successful? We have to get Patrick Mahomes.
No. I just want to hear you say Goff's
special.
He's special. He's special.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, if that's special, then you know,
Hurts is special.
You got me, man.
AR-12 is special. Brady is special. Lamar Jackson is special.
I'm not sure about the Rodgers one. Okay, Lamar.
Special
on that injury report. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
Hey, look, Brad. You know,
Kenny Pickett is special.
I
can't even say that with a straight face. Malik Willis, all you Malik Willis lovers out there, he's special. Malik Willis is special. Sure. Special.
Right, Brandon, why Malik Willis?
We're taking Malik Willis. Bro, I'm 50-50 still. I'm still 50-50 on Goff.
Malik Willis. You did not want to take quarterback.
Oh, I was. I don't want Malik Willis. I don't want Malik Willis. I'm 100. I'm still there. I don't want Malik Willis.
What's going on, man?
I never said I wanted Malik Willis. I said he was special. That was a joke.
That's why you were with me, man. You were with me this offseason, not wanting that guy. We were laughing at those comments.
Yes.
Like Malik had.
I want us to take a second round quarterback. I want a second round quarterback.
What second round quarterbacks came out this year? You know,
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Why don't we just go get your boy
Desmond Ritter, Kyle Trask?
Why don't we? Yeah, he was second round, wasn't he? That was second.
I don't know what Trask. Yeah, he was second round, the end of the second. He was.
Well, you go
I'd like to have Kyle Trask. I would have.
I would like to have Kyle Trask too. I would as well. Hey,
I'm being real.
Second round.
Okay, all right.
No, I'll play it.
So tomorrow, everybody. Tomorrow,
our show, my channel, and we're gonna
talk Vikings.
We're gonna talk Vikings team needs.
Team needs building into the future because we're winning the Super Bowl in 2024. 2024 Lions winning the Super Bowl.
Don't push it off, Red. We're in the Super Bowl this year.
Okay, see,
If we get we just came in here saying we're making the playoffs. I don't see why we can't win the Super Bowl if we're gonna make the playoffs.
We rolling. We're playing good football right now. Hey, all you got to do is get to the dance.
That's all you got to do. You're right.
That's it. You just got to get invited to the dance, and after that, you just got to hit the dance floor and cut up and cut out.
Hey, Rad, you know how fun it would be to be back in the dance, man. It's been too long, man. I miss it now. I took it for granted. I took 2016 for granted. I didn't realize how far away we actually were after 2016. I went to that game. Since we'd be back. That's so cool.
I went to that game.
I just expected that we'd be back when we lost. We'll be back, and then
the whole team.
We were not. We did not. Fell apart, man. We're right back in Browns territory, man. Oh my goodness. What just happened?
Fell apart.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, you know what? We got some golf believers in here.
I like it.
And that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's a couple people here who don't believe in golf. Me and Panda. We don't believe in golf. And that's okay. I'm okay with being on the outside. I don't need I don't need everybody to agree with me.
My job is to convince you. That's why I'm here.
But golf is not special.
You're gonna get the convincing.
Okay. Just admit that before we leave. Golf's not special.
What? Everybody's special.
He's not a special quarterback. Oh my God.
What does that mean? I don't know. Brad, you gotta give me some. I just don't know what that means. I'm just so confused. Wait, hold on.
What I'm talking about.
Does special mean that you're top 6 in quarterback rating? I'm just wondering if that's special. Do you think that's special?
Hey, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Happy holidays, even though we got a few days away. Y'all like my beanie?
I like it.
Shout out to everybody tapping in. Hey, hit that like button on the way out real quick for the one time. Hit the like, thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. Dose is a fool.
Hit the like.
He thinks golf is special. He's drunk off man's mango nectar. Y'all all have a good night. Drink water. And God bless. And we out. Hit that like button. Golf isn't special.
Click the like.
You're still here?
You agree with me that golf isn't special. You gave the thumbs up.
It's over.
You did. You gave the thumbs up.
No, man.
You gave
that ain't what that meant.